Hey, I'm back again. This video, I want to talk about all the things that I'm doing to change my situation. So my favorite saying is, if you do the same thing you've always done, you're going to get the same results you've always gotten. And all of my life, I have felt like I was not created to work for someone else. I felt like I was created to be my own boss. It's what I wanted deep down in my soul, is to be my own boss and have my own business. And I've tried several things. Setting up the business I could do, but once I got it all set up, I didn't know what to do with it at that point. I didn't know how to get customers. So I've had some really good jobs and I've had some really crappy jobs, but they all have the same thing in common. They were me working for other people. Now, some of the jobs I've had, I loved doing. I loved what I was doing. I loved where I was doing it, and I even loved the people I was doing it with. What I did not like was the boss. I have worked for tyrants. I worked for a woman who, one person in the office clocked out 2 minutes early twice in 1 week and didn't leave early, just clocked out early. And she required from that point on everyone to stay till 15 after. Even though we weren't getting paid for it, we had to stay till 15 after from that point forward, because 2 people clocked out 2 minutes early twice in 1 week. You know, I have worked for some awful, awful bosses. And, you know, always feeling like I'm under somebody's thumb, being watched, being scrutinized. I am a hard worker. I am always one of the hardest, if not the hardest worker anywhere I've ever worked. I always end up being a leader. I'm fair, I'm helpful, I'm a team player, I do a great job. But I always end up working for people who are micromanagers. Like right now, I work for someone who's a major micromanager. The husband I could work for forever. He's fantastic. His wife, however, has severe control issues, down to the point to where every single word that comes out of my mouth, she has something to say about it. You could have done that better. You could do that this way. Well, yeah, I could walk out the door better. I could walk in the door better, and I could sit here and breathe better. My posture could be better, but you need to pick your battles, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm doing everything right. We all make mistakes once in a while, but the things she's correcting me on don't even need to be corrected. I work in the insurance industry, and I've been in this industry for 20 years. She's been in it for 8. So it's just, I don't know. It just comes down to the point to where I was not created to work for other people. I had one job that I absolutely loved. I worked at a satellite office. I was the only one in that office. I stayed there for a long time. I loved it. I could have stayed there forever had the boss not been a perv. He would show up at the office and literally ask me to do things for him. And, you know, I was in a great relationship and I would say no, and he just wouldn't let it go. He just was on and on and on, and then tried to get me and the man I was dating fighting. It was just awful, which sucked because I loved that job. I could have stayed there forever had he not been a pervy creepo. What else? Oh, the feeling of being chained to the desk is such an awful feeling. That's where I'm at right now. Some places are very flexible, but where I'm at right now, you are chained to the desk. I might get up and walk around 3 times throughout the day, and when I do, I get dirty looks. And it's a very small office. Nobody there is happy. Excuse me. I love it. I make more than I've ever made, which is so good, but I don't have health benefits. I'm almost 50 years old. I'll be 50 years old this year. I have no health benefits, and I need health benefits. I'm very grateful that they pay me what they pay me. Like I said, it's more than I've ever made anywhere else, and it's affording me to do some really cool stuff this year. I've been there since September, but I'm looking for something else with benefits. But in the meantime, I'm dealing with the most judgmental people I've ever met. Some very catty people. There's some jealousy. I worked for one man who was a great boss, and we were actually friends. And it was great. You know, I had some freedom there. I worked hard. He saw that, and he rewarded me for that. I was on call almost 24/7. He could call me at any time. I managed his agency, 2 different locations, and he could call me anytime, day or night. I always answered, and I always took care of whatever it was. I took a laptop with me on every vacation I went on. I wrote policies on Thanksgiving Day for him in 8 hours away in another state before having dinner with my family. However, he started dating someone in the office who saw that as a threat and was afraid that he liked me better, or I don't know. She was threatened by my friendship with him and how he rewarded my hard work. And she told him a bunch of lies, and it killed our friendship, a 10-year friendship. It killed it. So, you know, he's going to listen to the pillow talk. He's not going to listen to anything else. So that ruined that. But working for someone else, there are income limits. I mean, there's only so much you can make. You make however much they allow you to make. And not only that, but, you know, then there's the hateful customers and the clients who scream and yell at you, and there's nothing you could do. You have to smile and just take it, because it's not your business and you don't have that right. And I have very much respect. I have a lot of respect for authority figures. And I'm not going to be rude to a customer when it's not my business. I respect my employers, no matter what they do or how they act. Even the worst employers I've ever had, I have never mouthed off. I have never, lashed out at them. One time, but we're not going to go into that. On my way out the door when I quit, it was, I let him know exactly what everyone in the office was thinking, and everyone that was left when I walked out put in their 2-week notice when I left that day. So he was playing with my paycheck. He was holding on to my paycheck and wouldn't let me have it, knowing that I was leaving for vacation that day, just to be a smart aleck. But that's, you know, whatever. He is who he is, and he knows that. But like I said, if you do the same things over and over, you're going to get the same results over and over. So it's time to change things. And I've got a list of things that I'm doing, and I've been working on things that are coming up that I'm working on. And, you know, YouTube is one of them. I mean, this is fantastic. In what day and age have you been able to just sit in front of a camera and make money? We could do it now, and I'm attempting. I'm trying. You know, I have a couple family members who are like, "You're always starting new things." Yeah, well, I'm trying. At least I'm trying. I'm not sitting around boo-hooing, crying because I don't want to work for anybody else, but I can't start my own business, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. Well, no, I'm not going to sit around boo-hooing about it. I'm going to do something about it. So here I am. I'm starting my YouTube channel. I'm asking you to please subscribe. Take a second and subscribe. Hit the little bell, because all of these things are going to be done in front of you. And hopefully I can inspire you to do the same thing. Take a charge of your life. Don't let someone else tell you how many days a year you can enjoy yourself, because you only have 10 vacation days. And you can't take any more than that because you can't afford to pay your bills if you do. It's bullshit. Sorry for the language, but it's bullshit. And I'm just not going to do it long term. I've got a list of things that I'm starting, you know. It takes a while to earn money on YouTube, and it takes a while to earn money doing other things. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of other things and earn a little bit of money from all of them until things start taking off. And then I'll stick with what I love and let go what I don't love so much. So here's the list of the things that I'm going to be doing this year to get myself in a position that January 1st next year, I can say goodbye to working for other people forever. I can be self-sufficient, independent, and making my own money with nobody telling me how I can live my life or how I can dress on a daily basis or anything. I'll be the boss of me for a change. So YouTube is number one. I've got lots of things coming up on this YouTube channel. I've got my denture diaries. I've got my thyroid and health adventure with the plant-based eating. That video, I don't know if it'll be put up before or after this one. I have got, what else do I have going on? Single woman dating in your 50s. That'll be fun. I have got some crazy first date stories for you and some other tips and tricks for women my age who don't want to hang out at the bars. So we'll go on that journey together because I've been single for 8 years by choice. It's not for lack of offers, but the offers I've had I wouldn't want. But that's a whole nother video. So we're going to do some dating stuff. We're going to, I'm going to do a video about loneliness because, 8 years is a long time and you get lonely, and there are ways to combat that. And we're taking care of that. I've got videos coming on irrational fears because I've got some irrational fears, y'all. I'm well aware of how ridiculous they are. But they are, and that's part of me, and I love me, but we're gonna break some of those fears this year. I've got some travel coming up. Like I said, now that I can afford it with this new job, I've got some long weekends that I want to take, and we're gonna do some fun stuff, and I'm gonna take you guys with me on that. This summer, I want to do some photography classes. Our local technical college has photography classes. There's 2 different courses. There's the first course and then the second intermediate course and then the master course. There's 3, I guess. But they're each 2 days and they're like $150 each course. So I want to do those so I could take some better pictures and possibly some pictures for friends, maybe birthday parties, maybe some babies or engagement pictures and things like that. So that's a way to add some extra money. It cost me $450, which is nothing when you can charge $150 for a photo shoot, and I'm an amateur. So I don't think $150 is a bad price. What else? Cake decorating. The same technical college also has 2 levels of cake decorating. So I could do those, and they're like $65 a piece. And, you could bake cakes for your friends and charge them, what's it take to bake a cake? $10. You charge them $25 and you make $15 a pop. It's not a lot. It's not even $10 to bake a cake. It's $5 maybe. A box of cake mix is $1. So, you're making a little bit of money, maybe $20. But if you do 1 cake a weekend, that's $80 a month more. So you do 1 cake a weekend, maybe 1 photo shoot a month. That's over $200 more per month. Furniture. I love crafting. But I'm not like a paper crafter. I like big projects, like refinishing furniture. So I'm going to be going to thrift stores and garage sales and refinishing some furniture. Now I live in an apartment, so I don't have room to do it here, and I don't really want to live with the fumes and worry about messing up my white carpet. So what I did was I rented a storage unit for $40 a month. Is it 40? 50? $50 a month. It's a 10 by 10 for $50 a month. And I put my Christmas junk in there so I could get it out of all of my closets. It was filling up all of my closets. I have a lot of Christmas stuff. So I put all of that in the back, and then I have room for 2 tables. I have some plastic fold-up tables, so I have room for both of those. And I have room to take in a big piece of furniture, completely refinish it, list it, and sell it. And you can make several $100s a week doing that. It takes about 8 hours to refinish a piece of furniture, depending on how intricate it is and what all you're doing with it. But it could take up to about 8 hours to refinish, a piece of furniture, less if it's just a table or something like that. So I'm gonna share all of that with you guys. Wooden signs. I've been making wooden signs, just little ones. Like everyone in my family got one for Christmas, and it said, like, I don't want to give anyone's name away. Like, say it's the Smiths. It said Smiths, and then underneath it was EST for established and the year, and it was routered and stained and really, really pretty. And I got lots of compliments on it, and I already have a couple orders for those, which cost me about, $3 to make, and I'm selling them for $25. That's not bad either. And I'll show you guys how to make those if you want me to. Just leave a message down at the bottom. I am not a licensed cosmetologist. However, I have been cutting and coloring and highlighting my own hair and family members' hair since I was about 17. All of my friends, of course that was the 80s, so I did not do perms, but I have been cutting, coloring, and highlighting hair since I was 17 years old. Like I said, I'm almost 50. So I do my mom's hair. She lives in an elderly community, and all of these older ladies who have to go and pay $50 freaking dollars for a decent haircut unless they want to go to Great Clips, and then they hate their hair. They've all been asking if I would help them out with that. Absolutely. That's going to be one of my side things. I've also learned how to do beaded row extensions. So I can do hair extensions, and I'll be doing that. Now, I can't charge for any of these things, but I can ask for a donation. I can't tell them how much to donate, but how much they donate is going to determine if I do it again. And they'll know that. If you're going to give me $5 for beaded row extensions that you would pay $350 for at the salon, bet your butt I'm not doing it again. I'm not going to move them up and redo them or anything else. You can find somebody else to do that. And it's not illegal as long as I'm not charging for it. What else? Spray tanning. I have a mobile spray tan system that I bought for my own personal use. Mine and my daughter, she's 27. So I do her spray tans. She was doing mine, but now it's just gotten difficult for us to get together to where I can get mine done. So I've been kind of doing something different, but I think when it comes towards summer, she'll be doing mine again. But it's a big tent, and if you just do a YouTube search for mobile spray tanning, and you'll see it. It's a big black tent, and the person steps in, and it's a little compressor with a hose and a gun similar to a paint gun, and you just spray tan them just like you would in a salon if you had the hand spray sunless tanning. So I do that, and that is $25 if you come to me, $40 if I have to come to you. Now, if you get yourself a restaurant, like certain restaurants, you can talk to female business owners who have a lot of females that work for them, like real estate agencies. A lot of times, if they all go together, I'll do $25 each, and I'll go to them, or maybe $30 each, and I'll go to them set up in the business after hours, spray tan everyone. And I've seen it where the business owners, it's a perk that they'll do. Whoever sells the most, whoever hits certain numbers, they pay for theirs. They pay for that employees. So that's something that I'm going to be making money on this year. And that's all I've thought of so far. But with all of those things, I can add a significant amount of income to my budget. And hopefully by January 1st, that will be cut in half or more, or cut down by even more than half. And I'll be making enough from just a couple of those things to be financially independent, which would be a dream come true. So I thank you for watching. I know it's been a long video. I don't even know how many minutes it's been, but it's been a long video, but hopefully that gives you some ideas. Everything on that list is going to be shared with you, my YouTube family, and I hope you'll subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I update, but you're going to have a video each week at least. And I look forward to sharing some time with you. So have a wonderful weekend. I love you guys. Bye.